Well, welcome to the 2018 State of the City Address, and thank you to the dynamic Lincoln High School drumline. These students live and play music under the three guiding principles: intensity, integrity, and impact. And all of those things were evident in tonight's performance. So thank you, and all the best to you, to your school year, and all the things that continue to invigorate you and uplift us in this community. I'm Tom Pearson. I'm the president and CEO for the Tacoma Pierce County Chamber. It's my pleasure and huge honor to be your MC tonight at Lincoln High School. And on behalf of myself and the city, I want to especially thank everyone for being here tonight and for everyone for watching on TV Tacoma, for making the State of the Address part of your evening. With that, please rise, and the presentation of colors by Lincoln High School JROTC, and remain standing as the national anthem is sung by the Troubadours from Grant Center for the Expressive Arts. Please remain standing until the colors have left the room. Thank you, and please be seated. Well, thank you to the Grant Troubadours, and directed by Carolyn Prohl. Also like to thank the members of the Lincoln High School JROTC, led by Sergeant Rayford. It's a pleasure to open up this evening with a slate of such talented young people. So let's just, I know we've clapped for them, let's give them one more round of applause. This place where we gather here tonight is a place, and it's part of the vast lands that traditionally sustain the people of the Puyallup tribe. In recognition of this, I'd like to welcome Puyallup Tribal Cultural Director Connie McLeod to lead us in a tribal blessing.
Good evening. My name is Connie McLeod, Salute Picole, Cedar Moon Woman. I'm the director of our culture program at the Puyallup Tribe. I'm a Puyallup tribal elder, and I'm the captain and caretaker of our Puyallup canoe. Our people have lived on these lands for thousands and thousands of years. Our people survived a time of a great flood. They packed all their belongings into their canoes, traveled up our sacred river and to the top of our sacred mountain. And as the waters began to recede, they reestablished their villages and their homes along the waterways of the Puyallup River, here into Commencement Bay, the Sound. Our largest villages were right here in the Sound. Our people have traveled thousands and thousands of miles by canoe to trade, to share, to socialize, to be a part of that way of life for our people, to hunt, to gather, to fish. Our relationship with this world around us is very clear, that we always are generous and say thank you for what we receive and what the Mother Earth gives to us. And today we celebrate the work of our community when we are essentially a community and come together and work together. So my blessing this evening is a song that I share when we begin ceremonies, when we are welcoming canoes into our territory and allowing them safe passage. But most importantly, we're acknowledging our ancestors, the ancestors of this land, who give us permission to be here every day, who watch over us, who guide us, who protect us. So this offering of a song also is thanking those ancestors for allowing us to share tonight, to share in this medicine as we come together as one. Hoo-yay, 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 ya-ha. Hoo-yay, 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 ya-ha. Hoo-yay, 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 ya-ha. Hoo-yay, 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 ya-ha. Ay, ay, ya-ha. Ay, ay, ya-ha. Ay, ya-ha. Ay, ay, ya-ha. Hoo-yay, 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 ya-ha. Hoo-yay, 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 ya-ha. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, good evening. Welcome.
Thank you, Director McLeod. That was beautiful. At this time, I'd like Reverend Anthony Steele to come forward and lead us in invocation. Reverend Steele is pastor at Tacoma Allen AME Church, and I don't know what's most important about it, but I think more important, he's pastor of our great mayor. So, Pastor.
Let's bow our heads at this time. Gracious and most everlasting God, we just come tonight, God, to welcome in your presence into this place. Oh God, we come tonight, God, praying for families of our great city of Tacoma. We come tonight, God, praying for our elected officials. Tonight, God, we come praying for our mayor. God, we welcome you into this experience right now. We realize, oh God, that it is you and you alone that continues to watch over us. And so for that, God, we say thank you. Because of you, God, we still can face all challenges. We know that, God, that you will be with us. We know, God, that you will take care of us, that you will bless us. And so, God, tonight we receive your spirit. Come now, God. Be with us tonight. Surround us. Give us the power, O God, to continue to follow you. We pray this prayer now in the mighty and matchless name of Jesus. And all that agree said amen.
Thank you, Reverend Steele. So once again, I'm Tom Pearson. I'm with the Tacoma Pierce County Chamber. And my role at the Chamber, I act as the voice for business. But I see my role in this community as being more broader than that. Like Mayor Woodards, I believe strongly in working together. I believe that partnerships are the key to prosperity in Tacoma. Prosperity of the city businesses and for all those who live and work here. It is those shared values and hopes such as these that make it a pleasure for me to serve as the MC here at tonight's event. Tonight marks 100 days since the Honorable Victoria Woodards began her first term as mayor of the city of Tacoma. Mayor Woodards believes in the power of relationships. Just look at all the people that came here already, whether it's in the seats or came in and performed in front of you or talked in front of you today. Anyone who has ever met the mayor knows that she loves this city and the people who live here. She is a collaborator, a connector, whose career demonstrates a strong track record of community service. Our Tacoma, our city, our success. It's not just a theme for tonight's event. That is the perspective Mayor Woodards uses in her approach to life and in leadership. She served 7 years on Tacoma City Council before becoming mayor. She's a veteran, a graduate of American Leadership Forum, and has held leadership roles at the Tacoma Urban League and at Tacoma Rainiers. And prior to all this, she was a Lincoln High School student who tried out for the Afro pageant on this very stage. Let's hope she won, because if not, we'll have to check back. But so to everyone in attendance and those watching on TV, in TV Tacoma, please join me in welcoming the Mayor of Tacoma, Victoria Woodards.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, good evening, everyone. I am so honored you chose to join me at my first State of the City address. Let me start by saying thank you to everyone here with us at Lincoln High School this evening, and thank you to those who are viewing us on TV Tacoma. I could not be more delighted to have you all be here this evening. I want to thank Tom Pearson, the MC of all MCs, for your warm introduction and for all you do to help Tacoma thrive. I would also like to express my appreciation to the woman who gave birth to me, my mother, and to the man who mentors me and couldn't be any more of a father if he was married to my mom when it happened, Harold Moss. I'd also like to say thank you to everyone who was a part of tonight's program, to the staff that made this happen, to Elizabeth Pauley, Tacoma's first female and the greatest city manager, and to the 3,000 plus employees who wake up every day to serve this city, to the employees of Tacoma. I am proud, so let's give them a round of applause. I am proud tonight to be standing on the stage of my alma mater, Lincoln High School. Go A's! It is even more special for me to be in the Drost Auditorium. At this school, I was awarded the Betty M. Drost Award. Betty Drost was a Lincoln High School graduate and a Tacoma School Board member. She deeply was dedicated to the success of young people. And it was both humbling and inspirational to receive an award at such a pivotal time in my life. My mentors at Lincoln High School and in this community have been some of the most important influences in my life. It's because of their faith and encouragement that I took on the challenges that made me the person I am today. It is here at Lincoln High School I joined the ROTC and I joined the U.S. Army. And it's incredible. And it's an incredible honor to be here tonight representing all of Tacoma, serving as your mayor in the school that means so very much to me. Today is my 100th day as mayor in this great city. Pretty special. I've spent countless hours in more than 420 meetings, meeting with thousands of people, both in this Washington and the other Washington. I've read books to Tacoma school children. I've Skyped with the mayor of George, South Africa. I've weighed in on issues of national importance, collaborated with my peers on the council to pass meaningful legislation, and on my 59th day, I even got to welcome Danny Glover to the City of Destiny. And I gotta say, it's been pretty special. I've met with local business owners to discuss how we can support Tacoma's tech industry, connected with local young professionals who've made Tacoma their home, and I've cut ribbons to welcome new businesses. But let's be clear, as we all know, there are never enough hours in the day. But I was also proud to see in my first 100 days, Tacoma continue to make the headlines. Expedia named Tacoma one of the best arts towns in America, which is no surprise to me or any of you. Given the fact that we have, in my opinion, one of the most passionate, dynamic arts communities in the country, we are a city of creatives. The National Civic League also recently announced that Tacoma is a finalist for the 2018 All-American City Award, This nomination is a result of the city's work to promote equity through inclusive civic engagement. We are a city that values one another. Forbes Weekly featured Nicole Wakely, a local entrepreneur who found global success with her eco-friendly furniture business called Tree. We're proud they have located their newest office in the historic Brewery District. And in the port, West Rock was named second in their industry on the Fortune's list of world's most admired companies for the third year in a row. These stories confirm that what we already know: Tacoma is a great place to do business. And using criteria-based innovation, technology, and maker culture, Sunset Magazine also named Tacoma among its top 20 game-changing places to live. Glad they recognize what we already know. We are a city that is poised for success with a bright future in front of us. But let me be clear, these successes are not mine alone. I am honored to represent Tacoma with 8 talented city council members, with each of you. These victories belong to all of us because we are Tacoma. We are a thriving city with 5 unique districts. And I've invited my friends at-large council members Lily Hunter, Connor McCarthy, and Ryan Mello to share a little bit about the people, places, and projects that make Tacoma so special to them. Watch with me.
Tacoma is a fine place to live, work, and play. And I should know because I've been here for 5 decades. Tacoma's got 5 districts. I've lived and worked in each one of those districts. I went to junior high school here. I graduated from Mount Tahoma High School. This has been my home for a very long time and will be my home forever. I love Tacoma for many reasons. I love that we have the waterfront, love that we have the mountains, but most of all, I love the citizens and what happens in this city.
So I serve the entire city. Tacoma is an incredible place to raise children. It's where I choose to raise my kids. We have terrific schools. We have the best parks, vibrant and diverse neighborhoods, clean air and water, access to incredible health care, unparalleled access to the water and the mountain, a unique and exciting arts and culture scene, and a variety of innovative institutes for learning and education. Tacoma is also a great place to grow business, large or small. We have a historic 140-year-old downtown that is revitalizing itself as I speak, adjacent to a world-class international maritime port that is striving to be green and innovative. We have several vibrant business districts scattered throughout our neighborhoods, an educated and hardworking workforce. And despite being a large city with great diversity, we also have a great sense of community in Tacoma. We're not all the same, and we don't want to be, but we recognize that we're all in this together, and we share a common goal to make sure that all Tacoma families and neighborhoods can and will thrive in our city. Tacoma's my home, and I love it.
For me, what makes Tacoma so special really, truly are the people. We have creative people, we have generous people, just what I call salt-of-the-earth people, people who are just really real, really genuine, easy to get to know. It's a great town because of the people. And you know, the other thing that I really love about Tacoma is you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be from a powerful family in order to make a difference in Tacoma. Anyone like me can love service, love giving back to the community, and there are so many different opportunities to give back to this community, and that's what makes Tacoma so special to me.
Thank you to my council colleagues. As many of you know, I've had an opportunity to live in each one of our districts. Now let's take a tour of Tacoma's districts together and hear a bit from each of the council members representing them and about what they appreciate about Tacoma. We'll start in District 1, which represents the North End and West End. Here, I attended Truman Middle School and enjoyed countless hours in Point Defiance Park. Deputy Mayor Ibsen, tell us a little bit about your district.
Well, I love Tacoma because it's my lifelong home, and we're basically a really big, small town. I grew up right around the Narrows Bridge area, went to school here, got my first job here. A lot of people my own age either stayed here or moving back here because Tacoma's become so vibrant. We have amazing public schools that have made such tremendous headway with innovation. Our gorgeous waterfronts like Ruston Way and Point Ruston and Titlow Beach, of course I'm biased, that's my district. The fact that we're 30 minutes away from a national park in Mount Rainier, and the fact that our urban amenities like the Link Light Rail and many others are only going to continue expanding and becoming more and more accessible to people. It's a wonderful time to be involved in Tacoma, whether you're a council member or a citizen on one of our boards and commissions, and we're just so glad to work with all the people from all walks of life in Tacoma to make our city an even better place.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Ibsen. District 2 represents Northeast Tacoma, the Tide Flats, and downtown. And it's where I have my earliest memories of riding the bus and learning how to take public transit. While Councilmember Robert Tom serves our country overseas, the district is being represented by our newest council member, Justin Camerata. Councilmember Camerata, tell us about your district.
Well, I've lived in District 2 for my entire time in Tacoma, and I think one of the things that I love the most about it is, in so many ways, it represents the diversity of the city when it comes to nature, when it comes to business, when it comes to economics and the port. I think we have so many amazing assets and so much natural diversity in the area. I think we have great business community. We have some really vibrant, walkable neighborhoods. We have a fantastic group of people that is really dedicated to the place that they live and wanting it to be strong, wanting it to grow and to really turn into the best things it could possibly be. And it's a place where my wife and I have had our kids. It's where I've done things in the community, where I've been involved with things. I've made so many good friends here. I've met so many engaged, devoted, passionate people. It is an absolute pleasure to live in District 2 and to play there, to work there, and to know so many great people there.
Thank you, Councilmember Camerata. Now we're moving to District 3. District 3 represents the Hilltop and Central area, and it's really special to me. It's where I met my best friend, and where I bought donuts in the morning on the way to school, and it's where I go to church today. The district is represented by Councilmember Blocker. Let's hear what makes it special to him.
I've lived in District 3 for almost as long as I've lived in the city of Tacoma. My particular community where I live, the Hilltop, is very accessible. It's on the hill, but it's still very walkable. The people are friendly and very community-oriented. It's a thriving and growing community. A lot of new development is happening here on the Hilltop. South Tacoma area is changing. I really appreciate Central Tacoma, which is also a part of my district. So all these different areas in District 3, look different, feel different, but it's all one big community.
Thank you, Councilmember Blocker. District 4 is where I first lived when I came to Tacoma at the age of 3, and where I attended elementary school. The East Side will always have a special place in my heart. Now let's hear why it's so exciting for the district representative, Councilmember Ushka.
You know, I've lived in District 4 for the last almost 20 years, and Tacoma's East Side, South End is one of the most diverse places in Tacoma. It's full of hardworking, passionate people that care about one another and care about this city. In the last few years, we've seen incredible investments in the Lincoln District, in the East Side Community Center, and in other areas, and it's time to start moving that forward. It's a really exciting time to represent this community. I'm looking forward to opportunities to bring people together, hopefully through a food innovation district, hopefully through bringing some higher education in. Tacoma's Farmers Market is going to continue this year in the McKinley District outside of Salishan, instead of Salishan. And so there's just a lot of great things happening. The food district alone in District 4 is something that's drawing people regionally to our neighborhoods, and that's exciting. So moving forward and making sure that there's a place for new people to come in, but also to ensure that that diverse community is preserved and has an opportunity to thrive, that's what's really going to be exciting about representing District 4 and where we move in the future.
Thank you, Councilmember Ushka. And finally to District 5, where I proudly reside today, home of the Star Center and South Tacoma Auto Row. It's represented by Councilmember Beal. Let's hear from my council member.
Well, what I love about my district is the potential. I think that the people in South Tacoma really feel connected to their neighborhoods, connected to their neighbors, and the potential for growth and the potential for building community is really, really big, I think, in South Tacoma. We have great open spaces, we have great neighborhood business districts, we have regional attractions. I think that all of those things really combined to make a really, really great neighborhood, and I think that that's really what Tacoma is about.
Thank you, Councilmember Beal. As you can tell, Tacoma is represented by an amazing group of leaders, and I'd like to recognize all of them tonight. Please join me in thanking the Tacoma City Council for their service. Please stand. Nothing I share with you this evening can be done or will be done without their partnership. Under their leadership, Tacoma will continue to move forward. We are a growing city. In all the conversations I've had with residents, the business community, my council colleagues, and city staff, one thing is very clear: Tacoma is moving forward fast. Tacoma is enjoying record-breaking growth with new multifamily developments, restaurants, and services to meet the needs of the growing population. We are also seeing significant industrial development funded by investors that demonstrate the strength of our market. Cranes can currently be seen that are towering signals of new growth across our skyline. Tacoma is as we know it today. In total, more than 4 million square feet of industrial space is in the process of being constructed within the Port and Tie Flats area, including projects such as Portside 55, IPT, DCT, and Prologis. The city and the Economic Development Board are working with property owners and the brokerage community to recruit new tenants to fill the coveted Class A office space that will be vacated by State Farm at the end of the year. While we are sad to lose State Farm, as they have been a good community partner to the city, we look forward to the possibilities that will come as a result of this change. Based on the current projections, we expect to see 1,300 new jobs in Tacoma in 2018 at companies such as FibroCorp, UPS, TRA Imaging, Infoblox, New Cold, Econet, and the new Alliance Behavioral Center. And in 2019 and 2020, we already have word of 375 new jobs that will be created through the Tool Gauge and the new Marriott Convention Center Hotel. Other exciting changes are underway as well. You have probably seen some revitalization happening in our historical brewery district, and the reuse taking place at the Armory on Yakima. Or maybe you, like me, are looking forward to the opening of McMinimans finally. As a positive sign of greater things to come, our city's Minority Business Development Agency Business Center has been named the 2017 Public Agency of the Year by the Regional Minority Supplier Development Council. This award recognizes Tacoma's commitment to supporting minority-owned businesses. In fact, this office supported 111 clients as they've secured more than $23 million in contracts and financing to grow their businesses. Speaking of other great things, last fall, I met Randy Zuckerberg, entrepreneur and creator of Sue's Tech Kitchen. Envisioned by Randy and designed by a NASA scientist, this kitchen features technologies from all corners of modern imagination. Sue's Tech Kitchen offers a STEM-inspired adventure for the whole family that empowers kids to engage with tomorrow's technology and transforms family dining in the process. Sue's Tech Kitchen will be touring the country in 2018, visiting only 10 locations. In cooperation with our community partners, Pierce County and the Tacoma-Pierce County Chamber, I filmed a pitch video with Kate Hunter to convince Randy Zuckerberg that Tacoma should be one of the stops. And I am proud to announce that we were selected. In fact, in August, the city of Tacoma will be their only stop on the West Coast. Tacoma continues its work to diversify the economy through its business clusters of financial services, education, healthcare, technology, business and professional services, and creative arts and logistics. Ultimately, as our region evolves and grows, Tacoma benefits. In Tacoma, we will continue to make community-informed decisions as we work to recruit and retain companies that bring stable, living wage jobs and sustainable growth. We are a strategic city, and when we all work together as a community, great things happen. The development of the city's 2025 strategic plan, which provides overarching direction for the city's progress over the next decade, was fueled by the collaborative, inclusive approach that we value so greatly. Out of that community-focused process emerged major focus areas, and they are livability, education, civic engagement, equity and accessibility, and of course, economy and workforce. 10 years ago, the unemployment rate in Pierce County was 10.8%. At the end of 2017, the unemployment rate was down to 5.4%. That is a welcome sign. It represents positive progress, but reducing unemployment alone does not ensure success. 24% of households in Pierce County hold regular jobs, yet can't afford to provide basic necessities for themselves and their families. Identified by United Way as ALICE, asset, limited, income, constraint, and employed, many of these families live right here in Tacoma. To address this, we need to come together as a city to prepare for present and future employment opportunities. In the end, we need to grow living wage jobs. As my predecessor wisely observed during her time in office, the Puget Sound region is seeing unprecedented investment in public infrastructure and a boom in building construction. However, there is a labor shortage in the greater Tacoma area, and today we are working to connect local talent to living wage jobs in the construction industry. In order to give Tacoma residents the skills they need to secure those jobs and to meet the growing demand for workers in the construction trades, my fellow council members and I increased the support for Tacoma's Tool Center in 2018. In partnership with Bates Technical College, the Tool Center is a state-recognized construction pre-apprenticeship training program. In addition to training, this program provides case management and the additional support needed to successfully connect people to jobs. With the last year's declaration of a public health emergency around our homeless crisis, we made great strides in the way we help our most vulnerable community members access basic needs. Homelessness is a complex issue, but we know in order to address homelessness, we must do more than put a roof over people's heads. We must identify root causes and respond with solutions that include a full continuum of services. Homelessness is a regional issue, and the city must continue to work with its community partners and with other government agencies at all levels to realize sustainable solutions. Another complex issue facing Tacoma and many other cities across the country is the opioid epidemic and its impact on families. Tonight, I am proud to announce publicly for the first time that the National League of Cities has selected Tacoma as one of 6 cities in the country that will participate in the Mayor's Institute on Opioids. I am excited by this opportunity to deepen the work already taking place on the County City Task Force in partnership with Pierce County, the Sheriff's Office, the prosecutor, and the Tacoma Pierce County Health Department. This institute includes an intensive 3-day summit followed by 12 months of technical expertise assistance. These will be valuable resources as we seek ways to address this issue comprehensively. While we continue to search for comprehensive solutions, the Tacoma Fire Department is already hard at work saving lives. In a pilot program launched earlier this year, paramedics are now providing free opioid rescue kits to patients treated for overdose. This kit, which includes referral information for treatment, along with potentially life-saving doses of medication, ensures that patients can live long enough to seek the help they need to beat their addiction. Earlier, I mentioned many great opportunities, but they also come with growth. But I also laid out growth comes with its challenges. And another one of those challenges is housing affordability. Access to affordable housing for Tacoma's families, working professionals, veterans, and seniors is increasingly challenging in Tacoma's high-demand real estate market. Rising prices mean that we must address questions of affordability, displacement, tenant stability, and gentrification, and we must do so now. Last month, the City of Tacoma launched an effort to answer these questions and develop a comprehensive strategy to address affordable housing. This effort will be informed by community members, stakeholders, analytical tools, and by a technical advisory team made up of leaders with expertise in housing development. This year, City staff will use this process to present affordable housing options to the council that could be utilized across the city to keep Tacoma's residents in stable housing while rents and property values continue to rise at a much faster pace than incomes. This effort is particularly crucial for our seniors. Based on information from the 2016 Community Needs Assessment, the City of Tacoma has more than 25,000 adults over the age of 65, 16.5% of which live in poverty. And national trends indicate these numbers will continue to rise. As a measure to help Tacoma's senior citizens remain financially stable in today's economy, Tacoma is working with community partners to provide financial counseling and consultation for all seniors, particularly those who need support to age in place and maintain independence. While connecting with these valued residents, we also hope to survey them on their most pressing needs so that the city can examine the way it provides services going forward. As we head toward the future, I am confident that Tacoma will rise up to meet the challenges before us. We are a safe and sustainable city. As more and more choose to live, work, play, visit, and do business in Tacoma, we cannot put all of our focus on what's new. We as a community must work hard to maintain what we have, and we must do so in a way that is safe and sustainable. Thanks to the Safe to the Streets initiative that Tacoma voters approved, we're making crucial strides towards repairing Tacoma's streets. As promised, The city is maximizing local tax dollars by using them as a match in bringing additional federal grants and community partnerships dollars. City staff set a goal to bring $120 million in matching funds over the next 10 years. But right now, just 2 years into this program, we are well on our way to exceeding that goal. As of last month, we have received more than $56 million in matching grants. These dollars will fund major street projects and expand active transportation. As we work to develop our infrastructure, we can also make sure it's green. The city's Public Works Department and Tacoma Public Utilities have launched a joint initiative to replace 75% of Tacoma's aging streetlights with new energy-efficient LED fixtures by the end of this year. When complete, this project will significantly reduce energy usage, decrease the number of streetlight outages, and allow staff to redirect their time to other vital repairs. Overall, this project will save $5 million over 15 years while reducing our impact to the energy grid. While we're talking about a greener city, in just 3 days, on April 14th, the City of Tacoma will join with more than 100 community partners to host the South Sound Sustainability Expo, an interactive event full of family fun, where you can test drive an e-bike, see how solar power could work at your home, or do some shopping at a mini farmer's market. Obviously, I'll be there because I love to shop, but I hope to see all of you there as well. We must also continue working to ensure members of our community feel safe in Tacoma and in their homes. Accounting for retirements, vacancies, and routine turnover, the Tacoma Police Department anticipates the capacity to hire approximately 42 new officers in the remainder of 2018, including 4 new positions on our homeless outreach team. And while we're talking about our first responders, that conversation also includes our fire department. Engine 5, that services the port and Northeast Tacoma, is currently fully staffed and operating at a temporary location. The permanent station in the Tide Flats becomes operational in the upcoming biennium. And finally, last night, the council and I appointed a slate of dedicated community members to serve on the first ever Commission on Immigrant and Refugee Affairs. This is an important step to ensure ongoing safety and well-being for all of our community members, regardless of the country they come from, the language they speak, or the religion they practice. We want our many immigrant and refugee families who call Tacoma home to know that you are respected and you are valued. You make our community stronger, and we will always stand up to fear-based policymaking that rips families apart. We are a partnering city. There is always something to see and do in Tacoma. Providing cultural opportunities and experiences is an area where our partners are of vital importance. Our thriving arts and museum district, Monkey Shines and Beautiful Angle, S2 Soccer, Tacoma Rainiers, and Metro Parks. All of these things make Tacoma richer and a more vibrant city. This year, we have a special opportunity to partner with the Puyallup tribe as they host Canoe Journey. This significant cultural and spiritual event provides youth and families an opportunity to learn from their elders through traditions, practices, values, and protocols. Native nations along the coast will arrive by traditional canoes for this epic event taking place July 28th through August 4th. This is an opportunity for us as a community to learn and appreciate the richness of the sovereign Native nations and to understand the many contributions they have given to our region throughout history. I hope everyone will join with the City of Tacoma in supporting and celebrating this incredible event. I'd also like to take this time to acknowledge Tribal Council members David Bean, Annette Bryan, and James Rideout. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and for being a part of our community. Our partnerships also extend to the way we do business. In the weeks ahead, I will be convening a business advisory council to promote economic vibrancy in Tacoma. This group will meet regularly to discuss matters impacting Tacoma's business climate and a vision for the city's economic growth going forward. This council will help me ensure that Tacoma continues to create living wage jobs and helps businesses maintain their success. Another way we are working to create jobs is through partnerships with anchor institutions. 9 of Tacoma's largest employers and purchasers in Tacoma are ready and willing to take action to advance equitable and inclusive economic development strategies together. In addition to our universities and schools, our anchor institution partners include Greater Tacoma Community Foundation, Tacoma Housing Authority, Multicare, and CHI Franciscan. Partnership is vital to reaching our 2025 goals, such as increasing livable wage jobs, ensuring our best and brightest young people have local employment opportunities. And we are working with our anchor institution partners to support diverse local economy by purchasing local goods and services. The development of new transit can also lead to new jobs. The Links to Opportunity project that was initiated in 2016 continues to actively engage the community in designing the streetscape along Sound Transit's Tacoma Link extension route. The resulting design will prioritize safe access for all users, including pedestrians, cyclists, motorists, and all transit riders of all ages and abilities. It is not enough to have high-capacity transit if people from our neighborhoods cannot get to it safely and conveniently. But this is not just a chance to improve transit. The Links to Opportunity is also identifying strategies to connect Hilltop residents with the jobs that are coming to their community. As Tacoma grows, investment in transit will be crucial to our success. The state of our city is a time of reflection. It's a time of taking stock of where we are and looking ahead. In my first 100 days as mayor, it is more clear to me now more than ever that conversations we have about our future must include our youth. Pope Francis said, "Young people, you have it in you to shout. It's up to you not to keep quiet, even if others keep quiet. Even if we older people and leaders keep quiet. If the whole world keeps quiet and loses its joy, I ask you, will you cry out?" This year, we've seen youth cry out across the nation and right here in Tacoma. It's been a movement unlike anything we've seen in a long time. Our youth have rallied, marched, and called on their local elected officials to make meaningful change to protect their safety in our schools and on our city streets. To our youth, I say, your voices are important. Your voices matter. You matter. We need to involve our youth in the process of creating Tacoma's future. Too often we say that someday it will be their Tacoma, but that someday is now. It is as much their Tacoma as it is ours, and it's their voices that are vitally important to the conversations happening right now. That's why I started Student Government Day as a council member, to give an opportunity for students to understand how government works and how they can influence it and change it. Last year, students from Tacoma high schools participated in Student Government Day. And this year as mayor, it is my goal to increase participation by 50% and give students an opportunity to influence the policy decisions that affect their lives. Another way that we've worked to engage youth is through Project Peace. Project Peace is a collaborative effort by the Tacoma Police Department, the city's Office of Equity and Human Rights, and the community we serve. Through Project Peace, we have really ramped up our efforts to engage youth, breaking down barriers and establishing trust. We've done this through youth-led dialogue sessions at the high school and middle school levels, and I'm proud that we're continuing these efforts in 2018. Our partners in this work have included Tacoma Public Schools, the Boys and Girls Club, and so many other community groups. Let's give them a round of applause to thank them. As a proud graduate of Lincoln High School and a proud product of Tacoma Public School System, I could talk at length about the value of our local schools and the great work they have done to improve the high school graduation rates. Our schools are important partners, and they are vital to the quality of life for Tacoma's families. Let's hear it for Tacoma Public Schools. Tacoma is also fortunate to be home to so many dynamic centers of higher education, such as Bates, Evergreen College Tacoma Campus, Tacoma Community College, University of Puget Sound, and the University of Washington Tacoma. Each of these great institutions expand opportunities available to Tacoma's residents. They are developing the workforce of Tacoma's future. Many of these institutions have made crucial contributions to Tacoma's growing tech industry, including the RAIN Biotech Incubator, a collaboration of individuals from the University of Washington Tacoma, MultiCare, Madigan Army Medical Center, and the City of Tacoma. RAIN's mission as a nonprofit life science innovation hub is to grow local talent, companies, and jobs. The City of Tacoma and the University of Washington have also collaborated to develop new technology that enhances firefighter safety. While the technology is currently in testing, I am excited to be the first to announce that a new technology company is launching this year as a result of this work. Nam Todd. But educational partnerships influence more than just tech. The University of Washington students and faculty are working with community and staff on 27 projects to improve livability and sustainability in our city. Known as the Livability City Year Partnership, these projects touch on important issues like emergency preparedness, housing options that address homelessness and housing affordability, and how we can more deeply engage with everyone that makes Tacoma a vibrant city. This year's theme was specifically chosen to highlight the fact that the success of our city lies with each one of us. We all have a vested interest in our city's success, and we can't afford to leave it up to anyone else. It is our responsibility to make sure that everyone in our community is successful. Our families, our neighbors, our kids, our young professionals, our seniors, our veterans, and our businesses. So in the coming months and days ahead, I have a question for you. What will you do to make Tacoma successful? Will you volunteer at your favorite nonprofit? Serve meals to the homeless? Mentor a young person? Spend quality time learning from a senior? Buy local and support local business? Be a good steward of the environment? Get to know your neighbor? Thank a veteran for their service? Take care of yourself, or introduce yourself to someone different than you. I challenge all of you to harness the unparalleled power of your passion for Tacoma and to take decisive actions to realize your vision for our city. During this process of preparing for my State of the City address, I asked you in one word to define what you thought the state of our city was. And in your own words, our city is resilient, diverse, sustainable, innovative, strategic, strong, and thriving. My word for Tacoma is the state of our city is ours. The state of our city is in our hands, and it's up to all of us. Because in the end, it is our Tacoma, it is our city, and it's our success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Our city is, I guess my answer would be is, it's in great hands. It is. I'm with you, and it takes all of us to step up, but it also takes leadership, and leadership matters. And there's only one person at this time that can bring people together like our mayor. So let's give our mayor another round of applause. Thank you very much. So on behalf of the city, I just want to say thank you, and myself personally, thank you for attending the 2018 State of the City Address. And I invite you to my doors to my right, your left, to make way to the community reception for light refreshments and have our opportunity to film a message for the mayor. So thank you again for coming, and appreciate everybody's work.